You ever look at your bank account on a random Tuesday and think, I'm doing everything right. I'm saving. I'm investing. I'm not buying dumb stuff anymore. So why does it still feel like I'm falling behind? Meanwhile, you open social media and there's some 24-year-old who accidentally built a $12 million company selling something you've never even heard of. And you're sitting there thinking, what do they see that I don't? Here's the thing, most people think wealth in the next decade is going to come from flashy tech, viral startups, or the next crypto cycle. But historically, the biggest money is made in businesses that look boring until they're not. The plumbing of the economy, the invisible infrastructure, the stuff nobody brags about at dinner. And 2026 is setting up to quietly reward those businesses in a big way. My name is Tom, and I spend way too much time thinking about how money actually moves through the economy. If you're someone who works hard but feels like the big financial wins always seem just out of reach, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Today I want to walk you through 6 businesses that could quietly explode in 2026. Not hype, not speculation, not this could 100x overnight. I'm talking about math, demographics, psychology, incentives. And I'm going to break this down from 2 angles. If you're an investor, and if you're someone thinking about starting something, because opportunity looks different depending on which side of the table you're sitting on. Let's start with number 1, AI automation for small businesses. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, great, another AI video, stay with me. I'm not talking about billion-dollar AI labs competing with OpenAI. I'm talking about something way less glamorous. Invoicing, scheduling, payroll, customer service replies, lead follow-up emails, appointment reminders. The stuff that makes small business owners miserable. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, there are over 33 million small businesses in the United States alone. Most of them have fewer than 10 employees. And here's the part nobody talks about. A huge percentage of them are still under-digitized. They're running on spreadsheets, manual QuickBooks entries, sticky notes, text messages. Now, layer in this reality. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows average hourly wages have increased roughly 20% since 2020, labor is expensive and it's not getting cheaper. So imagine you're a small dental practice. You've got 2 hygienists, 1 receptionist, 1 office manager. Let's say that receptionist costs you $22 an hour fully loaded. That's about $45,000 a year. If AI tools can automate appointment confirmations, insurance verification checks, basic patient inquiries, billing reminders, and reduce 30% of that workload, that's $13,500 in potential savings annually. Now, if a software company charges you $500 a month, $6,000 a year, to automate most of that, you still net $7,500, and you reduce errors, and you operate 24/7. Multiply that across millions of businesses. That's why this is powerful. Not because AI is cool, but because math is math. Now here's the psychological piece. Small business owners are exhausted. They're not dreaming about innovation. They're dreaming about less stress. If you can sell less chaos instead of advanced AI, you win. From an investor angle, this is beautiful. Recurring SaaS revenue, high switching costs, vertical specialization. If you build AI just for dentists, or just for gyms, or just for real estate agents, you create deep integration. Once it's embedded in their operations, they're not leaving easily. Now you might be thinking, okay, but isn't this market already crowded? Yes, but horizontal AI tools are crowded. Vertical AI, tools built for one specific niche, is still early. And small businesses don't want complexity. They want something that feels like it was built just for them. That's number 1. Number 2, energy storage and grid backup solutions. Everyone talks about solar, but here's the real bottleneck: storage. The International Energy Agency has reported that global electricity demand is expected to grow significantly through 2026, driven by EV adoption, AI data centers, and electrification trends. EV adoption alone has been compounding at double-digit rates globally. More EVs means more strain on grids. More strain means instability, and we've already seen grid failures in places like Texas and California in recent years. Here's the thing people misunderstand. Solar panels without storage are like collecting rainwater with no bucket. You generate power during the day, but you need it at night. Energy storage, batteries, backup systems, grid optimization software is the choke point. Now let's run some math. A mid-sized business might lose $10,000 to $50,000 per hour during a power outage depending on operations. If a backup battery system costs $60,000 installed and prevents just 2 major outages over 10 years, it pays for itself. And government incentives are still flowing in many regions. From an investor perspective, this is infrastructure level growth. From a founder perspective, you don't need to invent batteries. You can install systems, lease them, offer monitoring services, build optimization software that improves efficiency. The psychological driver here? Fear. Energy insecurity is scary. Businesses will pay for stability. Number 3, elderly care tech and services. This one is not a trend, it's math. According to US Census Bureau projections, by 2030, all baby boomers will be over 65. That means 1 in 5 Americans will be retirement age, and the caregiver shortage is real. The American Healthcare Association has reported significant workforce gaps in senior care facilities. So here's the equation: more elderly people, fewer caregivers, families spread geographically, adult children working full-time, demand explodes. Now think about what families actually pay for. Peace of mind. If an adult child makes $90,000 a year and lives 3 states away, what is it worth to know their parent didn't fall, took their medication, has daily support? If a monitoring and at-home support service costs $1,200 per month, that's $14,400 a year. Expensive. But compared to full-time assisted living at $60,000 to $90,000 annually, it's a bargain. From an investor standpoint, this is recession-resistant demand. People do not stop aging in recessions. From a founder standpoint, at-home care services, mobility support, remote monitoring technology, companionship services, transportation logistics. And here's the psychological factor: guilt. Adult children feel it deeply. Businesses that reduce guilt win. Number 4, resale and recommerce platforms. Inflation changes behavior. When prices rise, psychology shifts from consumption to optimization. You start asking, can I get this cheaper? Can I resell this later? Do I really need new? Younger consumers especially are comfortable buying used. Platforms like ThredUp have reported that secondhand apparel growth is outpacing traditional retail in many segments. And it's not just clothes, luxury bags, electronics, furniture, sporting equipment. Let's do simple math. If someone buys a $1,200 laptop new but can buy it used for $850, that's $350 saved. Now imagine a niche recommerce platform specializing in refurbished professional audio equipment for podcasters. Asset light, marketplace model, take 10% commission. If average transaction value is $800 and you process 10,000 transactions per year, that's $8 million in volume. At 10%, $800,000 revenue. Scale that to 100,000 transactions. Now we're talking. The psychology here is interesting. People love feeling smart. Getting a deal activates reward centers in the brain. Recommerce blends savings with sustainability. 2 powerful narratives. Number 5, cybersecurity for mid-sized companies. This one is quiet but massive. Big corporations spend millions on security. Small businesses are often ignored. Mid-sized companies, they're in the middle and increasingly targeted. Cybercrime damages are projected by cybersecurity research firms to reach trillions globally in the coming years. And AI is making attacks more sophisticated. Phishing emails that look real, deepfake voice calls, automated vulnerability scanning. If you're a 200-person manufacturing company doing $40 million in revenue, you might not have a dedicated security team, but one ransomware attack could cost you millions. Now here's the math. If managed cybersecurity services cost $5,000 per month, $60,000 per year, and a single breach could cost $1 million in downtime, ransom, and lost trust. That's asymmetric risk. From an investor angle, subscription-based revenue, high retention, compliance-driven demand. From a founder angle, managed security services for one industry, healthcare clinics, law firms, manufacturers. Specialization builds trust. And the psychological lever, fear of catastrophic loss. People insure against downside more than they chase upside. And finally, number 6, specialized creator economy tools, not influencers. Infrastructure, the number of independent educators, coaches, YouTubers, podcasters, and niche experts has grown dramatically over the past decade. Brands are shifting its spend toward creators because audiences trust individuals more than institutions, and AI is lowering production barriers. But here's what's interesting. Creators are businesses now, and businesses need tools. Bookkeeping, analytics, audience segmentation, course hosting, sponsorship management. Instead of building another general platform, what if you built tools specifically for fitness coaches, finance YouTubers, language teachers, newsletter writers, vertical again? Let's say a tool charges $79 per month. If you serve 5,000 niche creators, that's nearly $400,000 per month, almost $4.8 million per year, recurring. And creators hate churn in their tools because switching disrupts income. The psychology here? Identity. Creators see themselves as independent entrepreneurs. They invest in tools that reinforce that identity. Now zoom out. What connects all 6 of these businesses? They solve stress. They reduce uncertainty. They monetize inefficiency. They align with demographic inevitability. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people chase visibility, but wealth often hides in boring infrastructure. Now you might be thinking, okay, Tom, but how do I actually act on this? 3 steps. First, study one niche deeply, not AI, not energy, dentists in suburban markets, senior care in mid-sized cities, mid-sized manufacturing firms in your region. Second, follow the money flow. Who already spends? Where's their recurring payment? Where is pain consistent? Third, start small and specific. Vertical beats broad. If you can solve one painful problem for one type of customer better than anyone else, expansion comes later. Look, 2026 is not about hype. It's about leverage. The people who win won't necessarily be the loudest. They'll be the ones quietly building systems that other businesses depend on. And dependency is durable. If this helped you see opportunity differently, hit the subscribe button. Because the goal here isn't just to make money, it's to understand how money actually works. And when you understand that, you stop feeling behind, you start seeing the board clearly, and that's when everything changes.